Okay, we're back for another episode of the CYA Sideline podcast. Thanks for joining us today. We are fortunate to have Anna Mayoral from the Washington Spirit. We've often, throughout the year, we've been talking about American football. Today, we're all about not American football, and we're going to be talking about the Spirit and the NWSL and all that's going on in the Women's Football League. So thank you for joining us.
Pleasure. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Anna, what is your title and what do you do at the Spirit?
So I am the youth programs director, and we do a lot of things. So one of the main things, and one of probably my favorite things to do, is like to create partnerships and relationships with the youth clubs in the DMV area. We want the kids that are playing soccer to actually get engaged in soccer and actually become fans of the game that they play every week, every weekend. For me, that's a lot of fun to meet people like you that are growing the game of soccer throughout the DMV. We also have other programs like encouraging female coaches to stay in the game. So we have the mentorship program. I coordinate that program. We also bring girls varsity teams to our training facilities to watch practices, to engage with our players, to learn a little bit what is behind the scenes of being a professional athlete and what involves being in a professional team environment. And we're going to be doing clinics this year, which is very exciting. We try to do a lot with the community, trying to grow the game. That's the main goal, is growing the game.
That's awesome. I feel like it's growing here locally. I was taking a look at attendance numbers for Washington Spirit, and they continue to grow. So that's awesome. Average attendance last year of over 15,000, and that was more than in 2024. So, you're doing a good job in growing the attendance there. That's awesome. How are you doing that?
There's a lot of things going on. First of all, we could not do it without people like you that are putting the word out, that are encouraging your members, your families to go to our games, which is honestly, we could not be more grateful for that. Our fans, this is a work that has been coming up since 2013 when we started. This is not something that one day we woke up and, Audi Field is full. We put a lot of work on being very intentional on how to market our games, how to be in the community. We try to have a lot of presence within the community, try to be a real partner within the DMV, with youth clubs, with different associations, trying to support as many people involved in the sport as we can, local businesses, and really trying to, when you go to a game, that is not only what's going on the field. It's a real experience. We have different activities for the kids, for groups, for like in the concourse, we have concerts. We have it's an experience. It's not just go watch a soccer game. It's really an outing that has something for everybody in the family.
Yeah, that's fun.
I remember back in the day when bringing kids to a DC United game when my kids were little. That's a while ago. And they go in the field at halftime. They have little games and stuff like that. I'm sure you guys are still doing that, right?
We're still doing that, yeah.
Yeah. All right. That was always fun.
I'm going to tell you something about that. Last year we did the 7v7s on the field, and it was kids, probably they were like 6-7 years old. In one of the little fields, a kid scored a goal. Everybody in the stand starts yelling.
Oh, man, what a moment.
The kid was, the face on this kid was priceless. And that's why we do it. Mm-hmm. It's about that, seeing that face on that kid smiling, and that kid will be a fan forever.
Yep.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, those are moments that kid are never going to forget.
Exactly.
Everybody cheering for him. That type of stuff happens. It's always fun at a game.
Well, especially when you talk about growing the game and getting those kids involved, because when they don't forget things like that, I imagine growing the game, as you had said, that's kind of the focus that you guys have. It's a real challenge now because the entertainment dollars are spread across so many different venues, right? So you're looking at how do you get kids and families to participate, even on a Saturday. You think about what they go through on a typical Saturday. They have all of their games. The kids are all playing. They have all the different kids in the family, and they've got chores to do. They got all these things, and we've got to capture them to come out and watch a soccer game again. Tell us about how the difficulty in that, and maybe what you guys have done to try to encourage those families to participate.
I think that it starts with you guys. The youth clubs in the DMV, they've been absolutely amazing. You've been raising these kids. You are the first step into showing what soccer is about. So when you have a good program, you get these kids into rec soccer, you get these kids into travel soccer, then you get these kids into elite soccer. When the first door into the sport is you. You are the ones that are showing what soccer is all about. You are making them enjoy the game. So first step is you. So one of the things that we do is try to help you in any way we can. That's number one. Then the kid is already involved in soccer. They go home, they train during the week, they play during the weekend, they go home, and the parents are watching football, basketball, baseball, any other sport but soccer. So we try to, through you and through other ways of marketing and creating events for the community, we're trying to get these kids to say, hey, you know what? I mean, I play soccer, you're watching basketball. I want to watch soccer. So we're trying to make it fun. Then the other step is like we bring them to Audi and we make sure that when you go to Audi, you're having fun. We make sure that it's an experience, that it's not just going to watch the sport, but it's really a full experience. We have match day memories, walking halftime parade, walking, being escort for the kids, the tunnel, photos on the field, PK. We have PK is our mascot. She's amazing.
Okay. All right.
So we really try to encourage them. Our goal is for every kid that plays soccer at any level, that you're doing a great job opening that door to the sport. Then our job is to help them fall in love with more than just what they do during the week and during the weekend. The goal is that this generation that you are training in soccer, that they grow up and instead of going home and putting basketball or football or baseball, they're going to go home and they're going to have their own kids and they're going to, hey, let's watch some soccer.
Do you know, I'm just curious, and that's a good point, Anna. You go home and watch soccer. Do you have any insight into how the numbers since, say, 2013, when the NWSL formed, till now in early 2026, how those numbers have risen, the TV
He's
rating?
putting me in the spot because I don't bring the numbers with me.
Are they going
I
up?
can actually tell you that in 2013, when the league started, the viewership was very low. The production of the broadcast was not at the same level as it's today. Right now, you can find games every week at the national, like in CBS or like.
That's awesome.
You have Paramount, you have Amazon, you have like so much more production behind the games. I can tell you that I don't know the numbers of this year, but the year before, the NWSL grew like so big that they had more viewership than the MLS.
Really?
At
That's
least
awesome.
the growth was way bigger.
Bigger growth percentage,
So that tells us a lot about that we're doing the things right. Having more options for more families to watch our games, being more involved in the community, being more intentional on making sure that people know where to watch our games.
I can make a case, and we were in here talking with in a prior interview talking more about boys soccer than girls soccer, and I made a comment on there that I think that the stars in the United States, the female stars, are probably more well known than the male stars in soccer. Do you agree with that? I mean just from the days of the
how
World
many
Cup.
World Cups have we won?
I know, yeah.
Yes, I think that
In Olympics and stuff. And
we have gold medals in the Olympics. We have World Cups on the women's side. We've had throughout the years great people representing the U.S. In women soccer. I think that everywhere in the world, they recognize the U.S. as one of the biggest, strongest national teams on the women's side. So in the past, we have people like Brianna Scurry. We have people that like Mia Hamm. Then we have the next generation. We have Alex Morgan, Megan Rapinoe, Abby Wambach. Everybody knows those names. Now we are having the next generation. We have Trinity Rodman.
All right. Yeah.
And
Watching Spirit product.
we cannot be more happy to have her on our team. So these are names that are known not only in the US, but are known throughout the world. So yes, you're right.
Totally. Yeah.
Well, especially you take somebody like Trinity. Everybody, even if you're not a soccer fan, at this point, people know who she is.
Oh,
Exactly.
yeah.
And they see it on ESPN. They see the contract. They see all the stuff that has happened with her. And yet you don't see that on the men's side. I mean, we were talking about the other day, if you had to go through and put down like the 2, 3, 4 top male soccer players, it's hard to do. We all know Christian Pulisic, but other than that, unless you're a soccer fan, you're a soccer fan, you know all these guys. But you had
For the
talked
casual
earlier.
fan, I agree. I mean,
Exactly.
I can name more female soccer players than
Yeah,
than
well,
male.
when you said
And
all
I'm a
those
casual
names, when you
fan,
said
yeah.
Abby Wambach and Rapinoe and all, we all know them.
Alex Morgan,
Yeah.
all of them.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
You know their names. You've seen them somewhere. Even if you don't follow the sport, you know them.
Yep.
So now we want them to know the names, so to actually watch the sport and follow the sport and become fans of the sport. That change that culture. We have the World Cup coming up this summer, so this is a great opportunity to encourage more kids, more families to watch
Sure.
the sport.
Sure.
And really like get that engagement going. So
well, and you
Right.
talked earlier about the how do we get kids, and we have the same challenge here at CYA that we have a huge soccer program. So our rec program has about 1,500 kids playing in it every season. And we see a decline in once they get to be about 11, 12, 13 years old. Predominantly on the girls' side.
Yes.
The boys' teams, they seem to be, we seem to maintain a pretty strong number of players. The girls will decline, and they'll kind of peter out, and then they will kind of come back to it. And what we see is like 16, 17, 18. You'll see a lot of those kids that maybe become more active in it. The challenge that I think that we have, and you may be the same, is how do we, as parents, you talked about how we keep them engaged. We push them to play soccer when they're little, and we take them to the games. We do all that. At some point, they decide that they either do want to play or they don't.
Right.
And if they don't, are there things that you guys address? I'm curious about on the professional side, how do we continue to offer something that would inspire them to keep coming back, even though, I mean, after all, it's hard. You're out there. We always talk about you have to have fun, right? But we have to define fun, because running around the field 25 times is no fun, even though the result of that may be fun. But so I'm just curious about, from the professional side, how do you address that issue?
I think that you touched very important points. One, the gap of girls dropping out between 12 and 14 is huge. We are trying to support through different programs with, we work with DC Scores, we work with trying to provide period packages to girls. That's one of the things, like knowing that, yes, doesn't matter, you can still play. Having role models like we've mentioned already, Trinity Rodman, that interacts with the kids, that tells them, yeah, it is possible. You can actually do it. Again, it's all about the kids come, they start playing soccer. And as you say, if they have fun, they're going to keep coming. If they don't have fun, they're not going to keep coming. It's just, it is
Pretty
what it
basic,
is, So we rely on you guys to make it fun. But as you say, like, eventually, if they want to play a sport, they're going to have to do the running, they're going to have to do the lifting, they're going to have to do the work.
It becomes competitive.
It becomes competitive, and not everybody
more.
wants. So I believe that by encouraging the kids, when they start playing soccer, when they come for the first time to your doors, and it's not only about what they do with the ball outside, what they do on the field, what they do in the courts, show them the game on TV. The kids are going to fall in love with something that they're watching. They go home and they watch basketball, and they like basketball, and they eventually are going to be watching basketball because their parents are watching basketball. And then they're playing soccer, and maybe, I'm tired. But then we encourage them to follow a player, and they follow that one player, and then they have that connection with that player. So they want to watch that player, and then they want to imitate that player, and then they want to. we have great role models at the Spirit. I'm going to tell you something. My daughter's so going to kill me if she hears this podcast. The Spirit started in 2013. She loved soccer at that point. I was like, really? Okay, fine. You love soccer. Let's go to soccer. And she met the Washington Spirit 2013 players. Tori Huster, Ali Krieger, Domenica Hodak, like so many players. And these players, and she would go to the games and she would stay at the end to get the autographs and stuff. And they were like, okay, yes, Brenda, how's school going? How's this going? How's that going? Like, they knew her by name. I was known as Brenda's mom. I was not Anna. Nobody knew my name. And these role models put that love, passion of the game on my daughter. Mm-hmm. So I know it works. So when we have these kids coming to play soccer and they go to a game and they stay for autographs afterwards, and you have, I don't know, we have Lacey Santos from Colombia going to this kid from Colombia that's just starting to play soccer and signs an autograph. That kid will not forget that.
Yeah.
Agreed.
And
yeah.
that is the connection, but it starts with you. If you encourage your kids to, you know what, the Washington Spirit, DC United, the World Cup, whatever, it's going to be this weekend. Hey, guys, everybody turn on your TVs on this day at that time. In this channel, like, make sure you watch the game. Let's chat about it on Monday or next practice. And then the coach comes the next, hey, who watched the Washington Spirit game this weekend? What did you think about it? 2 minutes, 3 minutes of your practice. Yeah. And then the kids are gonna like, oh, I want to know that the coach knows that I did watch it, so I'm gonna watch it. And then they get in love with the game. I grew up in Mexico. We are a soccer culture.
Right.
I didn't watch soccer. I started watching soccer, honestly, when I came here. And because it was like I was watching it over and over and over again, and I saw my kids falling in love with the game, I was like, one day it was Saturday, 8 a.m., and I'm watching a soccer game, and I'm like, who am I? And I realized that it's because of that, because of that connection you create with the kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the most important question is, what about the color change? How do you like it?
I think it looked pretty good in gray.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's pretty neat. Like the jersey you gave us, it has the that badge that kind of changes color when you look at it.
You just have to wait and see what we're uncovering soon. So you have to stay on top of it, because I mean, who knows? Maybe we're switching again.
It's coming soon too, because March 13th is your first game. That's pretty exciting.
March 13th is our first game. Home game. It's on a Friday night. We are super excited.
Awesome.
We're blowing the house. Like, it's gonna be amazing. You should really come to this game.
Yeah, that's exciting. That's going to be here quick too. March 13th is going to come up quick.
What is it? 3 weeks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's right around the corner.
It's tomorrow.
Well, and DC United starts on the 21st. So you guys, I mean, soccer season's here. So we've got.
Soccer season's here. The weather is, as soon as we start playing, the weather's going to get better. So there's no excuse.
Exactly. How many home games do you guys have in a year?
So we have 15 games, home games, and then we have the playoffs. And because we're awesome and we're definitely making the playoffs, we're definitely hosting the playoffs. We're going to have 2 more games, and then we're going to the championship.
There you go. I like the confidence. You guys have been to the last 2 championships. Is that right?
Yes. And so we went to the championship in 2021. We won.
All right.
And we got greedy, so we want more. So we went back to the championship in 2024 and 2025. Unfortunately, the luck was not on our side, so we didn't bring the trophy back home, but we owe our fans that trophy. So we are going to be fighting for that trophy this year.
Do you know where the championship game is this year?
I don't think that it's been announced.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to owe you that answer.
Let's say it's going to be somewhere warm like it was last year.
Hopefully.
Yeah, because you guys are playing the championship in late November?
Late November, yes.
Yeah. So, yeah, let's hope somewhere warm, somewhere maybe San Diego. I think it was in San Diego last year.
Last year, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that how it works with the NWSL? It's about 1 game a week. Is that how it works over the course of the year?
So most of the season is 1 game a week. There are certain weeks that we have double headers, so that we would have a game on a Wednesday and then a game during the weekend.
Okay.
That's just to accommodate like all the games, and then we
Right.
have we're having a break for World Cup because we really want everybody to be watching the World Cup.
Right. Makes
And
sense.
I mean, it's on home soil, so we want to encourage everybody to watch those games. So we are having a pause during June. So then we will have mostly one game a week, but then we might have 2 games in a week.
There you go. I got a question for you. How important was it negotiating and coming up with an agreement to play your games at Audi Field downtown?
Look, I think that everything, for me, it's all about the history and it's all about the progressive of the sport and where we were, and never forget where we started and where we're going. So as you all know, we started in 2013. We were playing at the Maryland Soccerplex. Great facilities, great complex, great fields. Everything was great. But we needed to grow. And so there was a progression. I think that we did the things as an organization, the Washington Spirit did the things right by growing slowly, making sure that we have our fan base, and we were just moving the fan base. So we started with the Spirit playing at the Soccerplex in Germantown. Then we have some games at Segra Field and some games at Audi. So it was just a little bit like moving, see how it goes, like moving slowly. And finally, what was it? 2021, 2022, 2021, I think.
Something like that. I think, yeah.
That's when we moved full time to Audi. Was it easy? No. But, like when we had attendance averages of 7,000 at the beginning, and now we have over 15,000 every game in average. So I think that that's amazing. And we want more. We want to have 20,000 people every single game. And we are working for that. And you guys, you can help me.
We're going to help. We're going to keep
everybody.
Well, your jersey
to play at as well.
your jersey will be here. We're going to keep that on the set, so people are going to see it. Hopefully, people will be reminded every time they tune in. So that'll be
Hopefully.
good. Yeah,
Right on.
cool.
So the team, great team, great roster, but you have one player that's probably a little more well known than the rest, and that's Trinity Rodman.
Yeah.
All right. What are your thoughts? Tell me about Trinity Rodman on the inside. How's she like?
Oh my God. So everybody sees Trinity as the face of the Washington Spirit. I mean, you talk to a kid, we go out and we talk to kids like, who's your favorite player? And probably over 50% of the kids will say Trinity Rodman. So we know that she's big. She's a great player. She's a national team player and everything. And honestly, all of our players are super nice and super talented and amazing role model. But you want to hear about Trinity. So I'm going to tell you a tiny story, very short, and that's going to show you who she really is. So we are at the training facility. We bring a kid. There's a kid that's coming from Orlando, comes to watch a game. She's all dressed up in like she created this outfit where she had like Trinity Rodman on the side, and the shoes, they had the numbers of Trinity and other players. Trin goes and sees her. They are talking, they're laughing, they're taking photos. She goes inside, brings a pair of cleats and signs them and gives them to her.
That's awesome.
She is such a great human being, and she loves to hang out with the kids. You've seen, if you look online, you're gonna find, I don't know how many TikToks that she does. Like she's at Audi after the game, and she's doing TikToks with the kids. She's playing with the national team, and she's doing TikToks with more kids. This is a player that when she's on the field, she's fierce. Like she's like all in.
Yeah.
When the game's over, it's all about having fun with her fans, and she particularly loves hanging out with the kids. And she's always with a smile. She's always the last one. We literally have to take her off the field most of the times because she will not leave the field until she signed every single autograph. And unfortunately, there's rules that you have to vacate the stadium at certain times, so we have to take her out. It's not because we want to. But she's such a great role model, and she really loves to hang out with her fans.
That's great. No, and I think that's what you need, right? You need a person, especially with her stature, that is engaging with the community. Makes your job a lot easier, or at least helps in your job, so that the kids know that she's out there, and that's how kids are. They latch onto a player, and then that's their player. And
Yeah,
Trinity
exactly.
is a great role model to do that. So I'm glad she does all that.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, player engagement, I think it's probably, you're talking about getting people out to the fields. In my opinion, where the Washington Spirit is now, they're growing, they're doing well, is the player engagement with the community is probably the biggest tool that you all have. And that's just my opinion. I could be wrong. And it seems like you have some great players on the team that can
We have
do a really good
amazing
job.
players,
Yeah.
and like we have, for example, we have Rebecca Bernal from Mexico, and we have Lacey Santos from Colombia, and the connection with our Hispanic community in the DMV has been amazing with them, because they can relate and remember, like the girls that are playing soccer, and they're like, well, maybe like I'm a kid, but then they see these role models. So I believe that if you can see it, you can be it.
Yeah.
So we have players from all over the world that they are always willing to interact with their fans, be that role model, try to be really someone that they can look up to, and I think that's very important.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, we appreciate you coming in. I know it was a long drive that you had in the pouring rain. Yeah, here in Washington
You know
today.
what?
It's
It was
rough.
amazing.
Dedicated.
Like chatting with you guys. This is what it's all about, right? You're trying to grow the game. You're trying to grow your programs. We're trying to grow the engagement. Like making sure that everybody in your that's playing soccer within the CYA family, that they know that we exist. Amazingly, every now and then we find kids that are playing soccer and they don't even know we exist. So we want to make sure that they do. I know we are having our youth night on May 30th at Audi Field. We're going to have a lot of activations for kids. We're going to have a lot of fun.
Cool.
Hopefully everybody in CYA can go. We are organizing a couple of club nights with Valor, so that's also another opportunity where everybody in the club should go. And anytime that you want to go to Audi, just look for me. I would love to go cheer with you, get in the stands, send you PK, whatever we can do to make it
So
fun.
you're at every game, I'm guessing.
I am definitely at every game, and every now and then, not always, but every now and then I'll go and go to a group and we start cheering and we do some cheers. We scream a little bit and everything. And more than once I've been stopped in the grocery store like, aren't you the crazy lady that cheers at the Audi Field? And I'm like, oh. But yes, I love to have fun with the kids. I mean, that's what it's all about.
That's great.
That's great. Well, yeah, March 13th, it kicks off.
Okay.
The Washington Spirit going for another NWSL championship. Make sure to check them out. Head out to the field, and we appreciate you being on, Anna. Thanks
My
a lot.
pleasure. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you, Anna. You can check us out on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram at CYA Sideline Podcast. We'll see you next time.